Hey everybody, T-Man again, bringing you guys another video, and this will be doing my video on Bad News Barrett. Wade Barrett no longer wants to be in the WWE, will not re-sign with the WWE. This has been reported yesterday, Tuesday, the 16th, 2016. It was reported on the Wrestling Sheet.com and also WrestleZone.com. So this video is giving my thoughts about Bad News Barrett leaving. What do I think about this? Is this a good move? Is this a bad move for Wade Barrett? Because this is his own decision not to resign. The WWE wants to resign him. He does not want to resign. Is this a good move? Is this a bad move? Let's get into it. First off the bat, sorry about the lighting. I don't have a light right now. My light bulb just blew out right now, right when I was about to push this record on this video. So sorry about the lighting. Hopefully when I shoot my next videos, maybe tomorrow, I will have the lighting fixed. So, okay, very interesting. First off the bat, as you can see in the thumbnail here, my picture with Bad News Barrett. I met the man yesterday, on Tuesday, the 16th, the day the story came out. It was funny. I went to the SmackDown taping, and I went to the arena around 1 o'clock. The show didn't start till 7 p.m., but I went around 1 with my kids, and I met Bad News Barrett, the nicest of the nicest guy. I mean, I didn't stay there the whole time. I was just there for about a half hour, and I saw him in the parking lot. I got a picture with him. I had my WWE Elite figure signed by Bad News Barrett. Just the nicest guy. Took the time to say hi to my kids. Took a picture with me and them, so that was very, very nice. But then about 45 minutes later, I came home and I started looking at all the websites, and sure enough, it was saying that Bad News Barrett's not going to resign to the WWE. So here is the article. This one was from the WrestleZone. Pretty much just they credited ProWrestlingSheet.com, which is a great wrestling website you guys should check out. It just says that pretty much sources told the editor of WrestleSheet.com that ProWrestlingSheet.com, sorry, that this was Bad News Barrett's decision because he's no longer happy with his role in the WWE, and he's looking to do something else. So first of all, yes, you know, about a week ago I made a video talking about how badly Bad News Barrett's been booked and what I would do with them in my fantasy booking segment. It's a segment I've been doing here on my channel. Those of you who's watching this video for the first time, I do a fantasy booking segment here on my channel. I'm taking every single one. I'm about 7-8 wrestlers in so far, taking each wrestler on the WWE roster and what I would do with that character and what I have envisioned for this character, because WWE writing and booking is so bad, and it's been bad for years now, but it seems like each year the writing and booking and the directions for each characters are just getting really bad. Everybody is 50-50 booking, which means they win 1 week, lose 1 week, no one gets momentum, no one has a true storyline, nobody has a true purpose. And Bad News Barrett has been in the WWE for a very, very long time. About 6 years now, really hardcore, maybe 7 if you count the Florida Championship Wrestling, the original NXT, the original Nexus. But that Nexus storyline was in 2010, and I'll tell you, in that the summer of 2010, and a little after that, at fall 2010, there was no hotter heel in the company than Wade Barrett. Nobody was hotter than Wade Barrett in 2010. It was such a mistake. Like, if I was them, I would have put that belt on him right away in 2010, because there was nobody hotter as a heel-wise in 2010 than Wade Barrett in that Nexus angle. That angle worked so good, and you know, they had an opportunity to I mean, they built Wade Barrett so big going in that SummerSlam, and after that, and the rivalry with John Cena and Randy Orton, they had an opportunity to get him the belt and cement him right off the gate for the rest of his tenure in the WWE as being a big star, with having him win the World Heavyweight title. They dropped the ball on that. big time, and he's never been the same. They watered him down. He's had the IC title many times, but again, 50-50 booking. They just picked the Superstar of the Month to get the IC belt to and the United States belt to. Oh, you're hot this month. Let's give it to you. Oh, let's think about, and I know what some of you are going to say. Oh, well, he's injury prone, T-Man. He's injury prone. He gets injured too much. But you know what? These days, the way this business is today in 2016, that is not Wade Barrett's fault. The way the wrestling is today needs to change. It's so bump heavy. The wrestlers take such unnecessary bumps, and then nobody sells on top of that. Nobody sells the moves, and it's just becoming this big old stunt devil demolition derby instead of actual pro wrestling, telling a story in the ring. I mean, we need to go back. I mean, what's old is new again. We need to go back to that. We need to go back to storytelling in the ring. We need to go back to storylines that actually mean something, not let's high spot to someone to death, have them get injury. I mean, that's why we have more injuries than we ever did in the past. I mean, when have you ever heard of Hulk Hogan being out for a year or 9-10 months due to major injuries? Yeah, injuries happen, but injuries didn't happen as much in the heyday than they do now because the style of wrestling is too crazy. I mean, you could still do some of that acrobatic stuff, but they do it every single night of the week, where I mean, any wrestler, and especially that WWE schedule. I mean, the WWE schedule is just as, you know, taxing as it ever been. So they really need to change that. So those of you that say, "Oh, well, Ray Barrett's injury prone," he's just a normal human being, guys, and I mean, he's a great storyteller. Even though he may not have the acrobatic style, he does take some bad bumps because some of the guys' finishing moves are too crazy sometimes. I'm not blaming anybody, but that's a bad excuse. You can't blame for somebody that gets injured a lot. I mean, that's ridiculous. But anyway, so getting right back to the point, is it a good move for him? Yes. I think for Wade Barrett, I think it is the right and smart move to see to leave the WWE and not resign. And it pains me because when I look at Wade Barrett, I see what he could be in the WWE, and it's not his fault. This guy has great talent. This guy can tell stories in the ring, which is what wrestling's all about. He could tell a story. He could engage with the audience. You know, a fantastic heel, a great promo. If they give him a chance to just let him cut a promo without it being heavily scripted and shadowing over you. I mean, just look at some of the early ones he did in 2010 with the Nexus when he first started. I mean, that's why that angle got over so big, because of Wade Barrett and how he presented himself and the promos that he gave. They gave him some bullet points. It wasn't like reading off a script like it is now. You know, so I think it's a good move because Wade Barrett now, he has that name familiarity. He's been in the WWE, okay? So he's going to get probably about the same amount of money he's getting paid now, maybe even a little bit more from a different promotion, probably a TNA. And not to mention, he's going to have a less work schedule. He's going to have a less work schedule, probably about the same amount of money he's getting now, because he's not getting paid that much. The mid-card guys in the WWE does not get paid that much, guys. They really don't. I mean, if you're not a top guy in the WWE, a lot of people just think just because you're on TV and you're a WWE superstar that you make bank. You don't make bank, you know? And I think for Bad News Barrett, it's going to be worth it making about the same amount of money if he gets real over in another company, maybe even a little bit more than he's making now. A less work schedule, could be home a lot more, and not to mention, I would say the place that he wouldn't go to, you know, I was thinking it would be one of two places. I don't think he would go to New Japan. I'll be very surprised if he goes to New Japan. It would probably be TNA or Global Force. I'm saying TNA. I think a lot of wrestlers would choose Global Force. I would say TNA because they are so big in the UK. I mean, TNA is just so massive in the TNA. Wade Barrett, man, could be the poster boy for TNA, man, especially how big they are in the UK, and he's gonna have the freedoms to cut his own promos to get over the way he wants to. So you're talking about now he can build a promotion, be a face of the company, make around the same amount of money he's making now with a less work schedule. It's a no-brainer. No, I mean, he's tired of his position in the WWE. He figured, okay, I've been here a long time. I had that name familiarity with fans. I'm a name that could bring people to watch a new promotion. I can help build a new promotion. And right now in his career, he knows that the WWE is never going to push him the way he wants. He probably is tired of that, and he probably wants pro wrestling to be pro wrestling again. You know, the guy wants to take the tell stories in the ring. The guy wants to cut great promos. I bet he could have good matches, and I could just picturing him in TNA right now being the face of that company. He's young enough right now. I mean, he's in his early 30s. He's young enough, or mid-30s. He's young enough for the next 5-6 years or however long he decides on wrestling, he can be the face of the company. So yeah, cutting that video short, and then update. You know, Wade Barrett said, he tweeted, because there was just been so much reaction from fans over the story that he's not resigning. He said right now he's focused, a real professional answer. I mean, I guess he's real mad that it probably leaked, and I'm sure the WWE's not happy that that story leaked. But pretty much Wade Barrett says right now I'm focusing on my career in the WWE. Right now I'm still under contract with the WWE. I'm going to talk more with the WWE. This is between me and the WWE, and right now I'm employed by them. They're paying me my checks right now, so I'm going to be 100% dedicated on doing my job for WWE right now. Yeah, I mean, I won't be surprised if he doesn't resign, and I don't think he is. And I'm sure at this point, if TNA was smart, if it hasn't already happened, I'm sure they already put their fillers in there. I'm sure Jeff Jarrett's probably put their fillers out there. Probably somebody from New Japan might be interested. I don't know if they talk to him, or I don't know if he would go to a Ring of Honor. I guess it's possible, but I wouldn't. But anyways, guys, that'll conclude this video. Let me know what you guys think about this video. What do you guys think about Wade Barrett? What's the right move of him, you know? And if you want to see him in a different light, I know right now some of you may just think of him as a jobber. Go check out my fantasy booking, where I tell you guys what I think he can be and what he did in the past, what I just told you in the Nexus. There's a lot of things. I mean, you can't just look at a wrestler, what the WWE is doing with them now and what the WWE's been doing in the last couple of years. The WWE's been so bad at maintaining stars and their 50-50 booking of winning 1 week, losing 1 week. I mean, I don't think some of you guys realize what a wrestler could be and what they have to offer. You know, sometimes I look at these guys and I can see a star shining that WWE just does not pull the trigger on. So anyways, that'll conclude this one. Thumb up this video. Check out my SmackDown review. It's already up. I was there. I'll give you my my review of the show, the spoilers of the show, those of you who want to see the spoilers. So until the next video, guys, thumb up. Please subscribe to this video. Let's build it together. Leave your comments below. See you for the next video. Take care, guys.